Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is City Skylines Strategy and Tactics episode 39. So in our last episode we got ourselves our airport set up here with our little commercial zone here. Still hurting a little bit here, probably due to no customers. Perhaps the tourists are not doing enough. And I don't think there's any edicts in the game, or zone policies or what have you, that will allow us to further encourage. I mean, yeah, we can do the whole pay the business to make them perform better, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Double their sales, but at the cost of 4 per thing. They should be able to stand on their own. I mean, we need to feed them actual customers, not subsidize them. That just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I wonder if I could do. No, I don't want to tax relief. I could tax relief them, because I'm not tax raising them. But they'd be complaining about taxes if that were the case. I don't think any of these are going to help them out. Yeah, 'cause the garbage is fine. Health isn't a problem. Education is not a problem here. So yeah, all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But a couple other things that I have noticed, and actually this might be a contributing factor, is this mess. Look at that. I've come to the conclusion here that, 2 DoubleTree zones sharing the same highway length, not really a good idea. Not really a good idea. Just too many angles of attack to these 2 intersections here, and it just makes it a mess. Just a freaking mess. So yeah, we're gonna do something about that. We're gonna do something about that. And actually, this is the perfect time for me to try a little experiment, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try making. I don't think we need these power lines anymore either, since the zones have matured at this point, and I can get rid of the others. Is making this zone right here an island, making Sirens call an actual island, meaning that it does not have direct road connection to the rest of the city. The only way people get in and out of it is through mass transit. Now granted, it's really freaking good mass transit. I mean, Sirens Call is the 2-train hub to the rail thing, so people from here can get all the way up to here, and they can go all the way over here. They can go anywhere they want in the long distance city, and then for short distance they're pretty much tapped into all the metro lines here. They're tapped into a whole bunch of the metro lines here, so they shouldn't have any problems getting over to there. And actually, you know what? Here, you guys want a little help with customers? Let's do this. I'm gonna hook the back end of you into the back end of you, and then make a little shopper's line right here. Just a little back and forth between these 2 zones, so that people can go shopping next door much more easily. So there, that might help out the customer's situation here. And also just let people, get to where they want to go much more easily. Now that being said, there are a few things you need to consider if you're going to island up. Firstly is that the one thing that the DoubleTree zone or the standard Weeping Willow zone doesn't provide on its own is garbage. Because, I mean, these are all residentials. They don't want garbage near them. But now that we've taken them off the grid here, the garbage trucks have no way to get here. So we need to find a way to provide garbage for them. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this my little utility area down here. So we got this water purifier here, just for the sake of continuity, because I think I can fit 1 more here. We're going to put 1 more of these. I know I don't need them, but I'll put them here because I can. And actually, since water is getting a little scarce, why don't I, because I know that other one was sort of an extra outflow, why don't I just put in 2 water taps here just to even them out so that one does not become problematic sooner than the other. There we go. Beautiful. So that will keep our city's water situation flowing, so to speak. But now the other thing that we want to do here, and you know what? Why don't we bring out our old friend, the 2-lane gravel road? We haven't used this thing in ages, but you know what? Now's a good time to use it. We're gonna bring you down here. I know these things don't actually need road access, but you know what? Darn it, it looks good. There. And then, if we grab ourselves an incinerator, we can put it right here. It covers the entire zone. See, the whole thing in green. And yet does not, the pollution doesn't reach in that radius, which is awesome. So, huzzah, we've taken care of the garbage problem. Now, the other problem that we need to take care of is commercial zones. The middle here is zoned for commercials. And commercial zones, while people can get to it for shopping purposes quite easily, they need supplies of goods. Otherwise, they'll go out of business. But in order to get supplies of goods, they need delivery vans. In order to get delivery vans, they need to be connected to either an industrial zone that produces the stuff they need or the outside world so they can order goods. Either way, none of those are getting to them. So these commercial zones here in the middle are going to wither and die. Rather than waiting for them to have their slow decline, I think what I'm going to do is replace them. And what am I going to replace them with? Offices. Offices still share the same, benefit as commercial zones in terms of what I would need them for in the middle of this zone here. They don't really care about the noise generated by the train station here. They still employ people, but they don't demand deliveries of goods. So they will pretty much, economically speaking, take the place of commercial zones. As far as where these people go to shop, like I said, I just hooked them up to over here. So maybe all these people who did their shopping in the central Sirens Call will start going over here to southern Dark Astoria and revitalize some of these shops that are whining about lacking customers. Now, I do realize that this is going a little bit against what the demand is for. The people are demanding more commercial zones, and I just demolished a whole bunch. So that's just going to push demand up further. But, we're still good. I think to make up for it, I think I'm going to expand this area down here, this little sort of commercial zone corridor. Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Here is what I'm going to do. This just sort of, it sounds good to me. I'm going to make an outlet mall right here. Some low density outlet malls. Right in this little area right here. Just because I can. And it's going to be right off the highway. And we're not going to be all fancy with it. Oh, wait a minute. That residential zone's not filled in. Maybe we gotta fix that. Okay. So, yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to, I want to try and maximize the space. Here we go. Yeah, I don't want to intersect this railway more than I have to. Actually, yeah, we could do this because this one rail line doesn't really get used a lot, so I'm okay with it intersecting here. And heck, you know what? You can plug that into this zone right here if you guys want to get a little fancy with it. Now, these are my old Weeping Willow zones. We'll connect them through Skyway rather than direct roadway. So a couple more of these connections here. And then, ooh, all right, here's an idea. As sort of a way out of the zone, in case people want to use it for like a U-turn or something like that. Can we plug you into here? Slope too steep, already occupied. Slope too steep. Aha! And actually, this gives me an idea. We can make these one-ways. Yeah. And then this one can be a one-way going the other direction, but then everything else can be back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, what the heck? Like I said, this is all low density, so I'm not going to be hypersensitive to, you know, going like crazy with one-ways and what have you. Do I want to plug this into here? That could be kind of interesting, but it could also be good. That is a $1 million question there. Making a railroad crossing here against this rail line, that's asking for trouble. Up here, this line doesn't get used so much, but this line is a hotbed of activity. Can I leap over that, or is that not enough space? No. It would be an interesting. I'd be curious to see what that did to the traffic. So you know what? I'm gonna experiment. There. And then yeah, that's bidirectional, so it can go either way. I'm curious to see what the traffic does. I have a feeling someone is going to try and use this road as a shortcut, or a lot of someones are going to try and use it as a shortcut. That could be kind of messy, but you know what? You don't get anywhere without experimenting. So science is the word of the day here. Alright, let's see here. Let's get some pipage going. Oh, plenty of pipage. Just a little bit more here. And as far as districts go, Pocket D, oh, why not? We'll make it part of Pocket D. Just extend the life out of some of these a little bit. Just get the tip there. And then Brickstown can take ownership of this little commercial strip, which I neglected to do. And, oh, what the heck, Brickstown will take ownership of whatever I decide to build down this little corridor. Not too sure what I'm going to build, but we'll give it ownership there. We got kind of a sprawling zone here. Independence Port. Actually, this little section is kind of detached from the rest of Independence Port, so I'm actually going to have it take over this little nub up here. Brickstown's going to be kind of a sprawler, sort of like Atlas Park was back in the old country, so to speak. Dark Astoria is taking ownership of that airport. Definitely want that. Sirens Call, definitely taking ownership of this stuff down here. Whether or not I decide to make... I'm not sure who or what is going to become of this space down here. That will be something for another episode. Ah! That was the other thing that I meant to fix. So, I realized, and some of my viewers have pointed this out, that I'm missing some connections here. I need to get a few more roads going in, because the trucks coming up from here have no way to enter the zone. They can come in from this way, but they need to go the other way. And that's very important. Otherwise, they're all going to come up here and try and make a convoluted U-turn, and we don't want that. So, let us fix that. I think what I'm going to do, since this little area is kind of down low a little bit, what I'm going to do is have you go up or not. Slope 2, there we go. And aha, there we go. Now I want to plug you guys into the road directly, but I don't want to do it at one of these intersections. That's just going to make a mess. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to vault you over here. Actually, do it from here. And then reverse polarity. Alright, no traffic lights. Phew! Alright, that was an epic chipmunk right there. Let me repair my skyways here a little bit. Sorry about that, folks! I have to run that one at 500% acceleration so as not to take up too much of the episode. The other offshoot that we need is going to be a lot simpler, and that is just to just dump this off onto this line here, just pretty much with a straight. Actually, we could probably just do with a one-way two-lane. Now, going off of here, I'm a little leery about that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have it go from this this specific one and have you come off of here. That way, that way you can dump off of here. You guys just hang a turn over there, and that way, yeah, we can process all those stuff. Alright, I've spent far too much of this episode with the game paused, so let's get things running here and see how things work for us. We're going to get all those going there. Yeah, this traffic's going to take a little while to process itself, but it should improve once we have that area taken care of. Alright, Sirens Call's doing its thing. You guys are covered by garbage. Excellent. We should, yep, we've gotten some offices growing there, and they're definitely going to like the proximity of the train station here because it counts as a service. Ooh, let's see how our outlet mall's doing. Yep, you guys are developing nicely. Wait, let me check your services. Oh, good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, yeah. You guys don't need to be like... Ooh, hang on. Just noticed something. Ah, ha-ha. Yeah, you guys are a little hurting here. We got the fire department. We got the police department. How are your levels doing, by the way? Well, not bad, actually. Increase the land value. Yeah, no, we don't need to go crazy here. We don't need health services around here. Because we got death care coverage, that's for certain. Alright, now let's see it. Let's see who or what uses this little shortcut that I put through my city here. And more importantly, who happens to abuse it. I can picture a couple of trucks using it, and that's okay. Like if they want to use this to make some local deliveries to Croatoa's commercial zones without having to go through the whole network here, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And yeah, you guys are close enough that you can get your goods to Dark Astoria without too much of an issue. Oh, that is one thing I need to be wary of. Looks like we're having a little death wave here. And since I cut off the crematorium to Siren's Call, I'm going to need a crematorium proper here in Dark Astoria. So let me do that. Space occupied. There we go. And that should cover everybody's death care needs in Dark Astoria. Since a lot of people seem to die in commercial zones. Like, you never see it in industrial zones where you'd think, like, people would die because of, like, industrial accidents. But not so much with the commercial zones. But, hey, what can I say? Alright, this little bypass seems to be working fine. Not too many people using it, which is fine because it's not built for heavy use. And heck, if this outlet mall type area needs a shipment of goods, they can get it right from Kings Row quite easily. Now, is there an easy way for you? Yeah, you guys can't get up on here. Because having a way to ship goods over here would be beneficial. Can I sneak a road underneath these highways? Because that would be actually rather awesome. That would be extremely rather awesome. So we'll go like that. And then switch to our roads here. Yes, we can plug that in. Can we plug that in to here? No, that's okay. We'll have a bi-directional road plugged into here. Or actually, you know what? We don't even need this to plug into here directly because it feeds now into this outlet mall area, which now feeds into both directions of the highway. So yeah, we don't need to make up for that. Let's just patch up our areas here with low density commercial, and voila, there we go. That should keep them happy for a while. Yeah, you're going to be complaining about land value now that the industries are developing over here. Well, not much I can do about that. Yeah, Dark Astoria is doing well now. Yeah, I'm liking that. And no major complaints from Sirens Call. So I think we are in good shape here to continue our growth and progression here. So if you like this episode and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya.